Media Network is all about. Join us for our college basketball game of the week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on Elite Media Network stations and on iHeartRadio and TuneIn apps, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Buckeyes in the middle of a scoring drought that has lasted 2 minutes and 15 seconds. It's Michigan leading by 7. 18-11 with 11:51 to go. Mike Morgan, Paul Biancardi here on the Elite Media Network. So far, the leading scorer for Ohio State, of all people, it's been Christoph Tilley, the 7-foot German, who's got 8 points on 3 for 3 from the field, including a couple of threes.
It's their third, fourth, and fifth year of basketball. To their third, fourth, and fifth year of basketball.
Michigan basketball going to our left. Setting it up is L.J. Cason, number 2. On the maize and blue jersey. Ball works out into the left corner. Launching a 3. Missed it, front iron. Offensive rebound, though. There's Mara. Mara again whips it back into the left corner. How about another triple? And another miss, that time by Cheddar. Cheddar is the 6'8 senior out of Minnesota. Ohio State clears it down by 7.
And he's their best big three-point shooter.
Yeah, 40% on the year from downtown. Buckeyes working it around the horn, comes into Thornton. Thornton circles, rise and fire, 14 rattles it home. They need to get Bruce Thornton going. First bucket. Michigan, quick 3 on the other end, and it bounces and goes high off the backboard out of bounds. So Burnett, I beg your pardon, that was McKinney launching the triple and can't connect. Michigan as a team 36% from downtown. As if they don't have enough of an advantage with points in the paint, they actually shoot the ball well from 3 as well.
Because they take good shots. Their bigs attract so much attention. The Buckeyes, an average three-point shooting team, but they need to be above average this afternoon.
Ohio State working it around the perimeter, comes right wing to Thornton. Thornton kills the dribble, goes right of the lane, inside to Bynum. Bynum, the freshman, throws it right out of bounds, and that is a freshman mistake. Bynum is a 6'8", 240-pound talent out of Omaha, Nebraska. Just couldn't connect on the pass, and now that's 3 early turnovers on Ohio State.
But Bynum has given the Buckeyes a big lift this year off the bench, shooting over 50% from the field. Great energy player.
Ohio State could use the energy in this game, that's for sure. Mara puts it on the deck, leaves it off for Cason, right wing. Cason reverses dribble, probes the baseline. Try to wrap around pass, and it's stolen away. Quick hands from Ohio State. Here come the Buckeyes the other way. There is Bynum right on cue. Paul sets up Thornton. Thornton slashing, dashing in the lane, high off the window, and gets the bounce. It laid up there on the rim for a couple of seconds before it falls through, and it's 18-15 Michigan. Wolverines quickly get a shot in the paint, kicks out, another offensive rebound, and no reset. Lob pass, Mara. All 7-3 of them. He's got a foot on the defending player for Ohio State. That's Gabe Cupps in the game. Meanwhile, the reversal sets up a wide open right corner 3 for Cheddar.
If you don't double, Mara is going to take Cupps and dunk on him. Yes. When they do double, he whips it across the court to Cheddar for the open 3. Pick your poison.
Gabe Cupps looks like another species trying to guard all-day Mara. Giving up over a foot. Thornton, right wing pull-up jumper, rattles in. So Thornton heating up now. He's got 6, and it's 21-17 Wolverines. Michigan in half court. Up top, Cheddar. Cheddar, left wing to Cason. Cason trying to work his way around and probe the baseline, but a foul. Going to be a push foul on Ohio State. I believe that's going to be on Noel. Yes, Brandon Noel, who's a 6'8", 240-pound senior out of Lucasville, Ohio. He gives them quality minutes off the bench.
Let's see if Coach Diebler has a set play next time for John Mobley Jr. to get a three-point shot off.
Cadeau will inbound it baseline left. They will go up top to Cheddar. Left elbow extended. Now backdoor cut and a block from behind. Terrific defensive play by Mobley. They somehow get it back. Mora missed the first one, missed the second one, and carrying away the rebound is 21 Royal, and he's fouled. Foul on Michigan as they continue to crash and cause chaos on the offensive glass.
That was a grown man's rebound by Devin Royal. He went up against the 7-footer and ripped it right out of his hands.
I don't think there's any other kind against this Michigan front line. You got to give grown man rebounds if you're going to get any type of box out and carom against the towering Michigan front three, as it were. Got good size with the guards as well. Ball comes down. Oh, two-hand slam for Amari Bynum, and there's the energy you were alluding to, Paul.
4 out, 1 in set. Bynum slips to the basket.
Bynum, the best dunker on the team as well. Now spinning, wheeling, and drawing the foul. That is Lendegord. We have not talked much about Yaxel Lendegord, really the best player for Michigan and maybe the best player in the Big Ten, a 6'9" senior, a transfer from UAB. He has yet to take a shot. He draws the foul on that attempt, so he'll go to the line for a pair where he shoots 85% on the season. It's a young man that was not highly recruited out of high school, had to go JUCO as he sinks the first free throw, then goes to UAB. He was a kid that perhaps lacked a little motivation, Paul. Loved video games, don't we all when we're that age? But he was what we call a late bloomer, but boy, has he bloomed. He's going to be a first-round draft pick.
And let's give Andy Kennedy, the head coach at UAB, a lot of credit for bringing the most out of Yaxel.
Second free throw by the 6'9" forward, rattles in. 2 for 2, tripped the first points of the day for Lendegord. And it's now 23-19. Wolverines on top, 8:22 to go in the first half. Ohio State coming to our right. Ball is up top into the hands of 13 Tilley. Leads it off from Mobley, who's been quiet. Mobley probing the right side and just lost it out of bounds. I've never seen Mobley have this rough of a start to a game.
Michigan is pressing up on him to take away the three-point shot. They're allowing him to drive to the basket. They'd rather him go to the rim and try to finish over size than take a three-point shot.
Mobley's the second leading scorer. He's 0 for 4, no points and a turnover now.
And he had 5 threes in their last game against Michigan.
Yeah, 22 points. Wolverines in the front court to our left. Lendegord dribbling on the perimeter. He's bottled up in a double team. Barely gets it to Johnson. Left elbow extended. On the penetration, here comes Cadeau. Driving kick, sets up a wide open three, and it's sunk by Lendegord. That was all set up by Elliot Cadeau.
Lendenberg, a strong, athletic forward. A little over 30% from 3.
Michigan up by 7, 26-19. 7.5 minutes to go, first half. Ohio State not finding many good looks here in the first half. Michigan suffocating defense and all that length inside. On the deck, it's Tilley. Finds an open shooter, left corner. That's the best look Ohio State's had all day. But it's a miss by Royal. And it's out of bounds to Michigan, despite the fans wanting that to be called Ohio State's way. The call will be changed. So on the overrule, it will be Buckeye basketball when we come back. 7 minutes, 15 seconds remaining here in Columbus. It's Michigan 26 and Ohio State 19. It's NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
With opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore futureforfootball.com's new league locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Stay up to date with Elite Media Network by following us on X, the app formerly known as Twitter. In-game highlights, direct links to live games, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow at Elite Media Sport.
Welcome back to the Schottenstein Center. My name is Brian Dancel. I'm your studio host. Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of scores that are going on around the country. Currently in the second half with 16 minutes remaining, Penn State leads USC 51-42. Number 13, Texas Tech and West Virginia have also tipped off. That is 9-5 in the favor of Texas Tech with 14 minutes left in the first half. Gentlemen, one thing that definitely jumps off the stat sheet at this point, 18-8 in favor of Michigan in terms of rebounding. 10 of those on the offensive glass, only one for Ohio State. Mike and Paul, back to you.
Yeah, every time Michigan misses a shot, you just see a bunch of tall trees crashing, getting their hands on the ball. It takes a tremendous effort for Ohio State just to get a defensive rebound.
And Brian, in that 18-8, Michigan has 10 offensive rebounds. Not shooting the ball great, but crushing it on the glass. Part of the keys for Michigan in this game was paint points and on the glass.
Here's a triple from the left wing by Amari Bynum. That was all set up by Thornton. 26-22. Ohio State closes to within 4. Michigan misses a shot, and it will be out of bounds to Ohio State. Mara is pleading to his head coach, Dusty May, to challenge the out-of-bounds call. Don't know if it's consequential enough this early in the game to do so.
Just so you know, Mike, Michigan has missed on 7 of their 12 challenges this year.
Now that is next-level analytics, Paul.
Just want you to know.
I did not have that one up my sleeve.
They are not great at the challenge.
Well, you were a busy camper on the flight over, huh?
Sure was.
Paul Biancardi. Look at this guy. 26-22. Michigan in the lead under 7 minutes to go in the first half. Tilly up top. He's already hit a couple threes, and he can't get that one. A rare offensive rebound over Ohio State. Slithering in was Royal with the stick back. It's a 2-point game. Michigan 26-24. Mara picks up the dribble left wing. Looking for a guard or perhaps a big. Yep, there's Lenderborg. Lenderborg floating left side, now into the left corner, step back, does not go with a three. Mara goes mid-range and sinks it from about 18 foot out, left elbow extended. 29-24 Michigan. Mobley has been awfully cold in this game, dribbling between the circles, goes right wing Tilly. Tries to cut to the basket, and said Tilly wheels and deals. A little spin move. The 7-footer wanted a whistle, didn't get it. Shot off the mark, and here come the Wolverines in the front court. Cadeau kills the dribble left wing, tosses over to Burnett. Now on the baseline, it's Johnson. Johnson trying to muscle in, can't do it. Runs into a brick wall and Tilly. Instead, it's going to be a straight-on three. Off the mark that time by Lenderborg.
Buckeyes will take those shots. If they have a choice, they don't want Michigan in the paint trying to post up.
Yeah. And then Thornton draws a foul on Michigan. We've had very few fouls as this game is just missiling right along. It's only the 14th foul on Michigan. Ohio State only 2 team fouls, so nobody in the bonus as of yet. The Buckeyes will inbound it on the far sideline right in front of the Michigan bench. Bruce Thornton, number 2 in red, will inbound it.
I think it's time for John Mobley Jr. to make a three.
Yeah, he's 0 for 4, no points so far in this first half. He cuts up top, gets it between the rings. There to meet him with a hand at his face was Cadeau, and then a legal screen called On Ohio State, that'll go against Tilly.
Yeah, they ran a rescreen action for Mobley, but Tilly moved on the screen. Mobley didn't wait. He's getting a little antsy right now, Mike. He is looking for that three-point shot. He's going to make one before the half.
One thing great coaches do, they learn from the previous game on a rematch. That was the game that Mobley went off for 22. Every time he touches it, hand in his face.
Yeah, they're covering him like Velcro. Right?
Wolverines up by 5 with the basketball. 5:11 to go. 3 right wing is splashed home by Namari Burnett, who shoots him at a 40% clip.
Came out of high school as a top 100 prospect. Went to Alabama, a few other places. And he is a battle-tested guard.
Yeah, spent a little bit of time in Lubbock with the Red Raiders, but he's found a home with this Michigan squad. And he gives Michigan an 8-point lead. In the trees, banging bodies that time was Thornton, and he does get a late whistle. So a trip to the free throw line upcoming for Thornton. It'll be the first free throws of the half for Ohio State, down 32-24 with 4:46 to play.
Mike, you mentioned Michigan shooting 36% from 3. Right now, 46%.
And this team is tough enough to beat on an off night shooting from downtown.
And when you talk about running the table, you got to beat people in multiple ways. This team can do it.
Scratch that. Who drew the foul on this? This is actually Nayagovin. Ivan Nayagovin is the 7'2" Croatian. He doesn't play a ton of minutes. He averages 3 points, 3 rebounds a game, and he hits the first free throw. I did not see where the foul was called. I thought Thornton was going to get a trip to the free throw line.
And he comes in to give Tilly a break. 4:46, next TV timeout. I think you'll see Tilly come back into the game.
Nice looking stroke by the Croat, 2 for 2. To make it 32-26, Michigan now up by 6, under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Wolverines going to our left. Kaysen brings it into front court. They work it on the perimeter. Circling up top is Burnett. Over back to the left wing, and an open 3 is drilled by Kaysen. 34% from downtown on the year.
Buckeyes played zone earlier. Now they're playing man. They have no answers.
Jay Kaysen out of Lakeland, Florida. There's Mobley. Little backdoor cut action along the right side, and Mobley banks it home. 35-28, Michigan in the lead. Thornton went for the steal, and it's going to be called for a block instead. I don't know if that was a block, more of a reach-in perhaps, but either way, it's a foul on number 2 in red, Bruce Thornton. And that is his second. So with 4:07 to go in the first half, you wonder if maybe he'll have to sit on the bench, or does the coach trust his... you're not going to take any chances. He will immediately go to the bench on the left side and will give way to number 3. That's Chapman. Tayson Chapman, who's played much better here in the last few games. 3 consecutive double-digit outputs. Wolverines up by 7, nearing the 4-minute mark. Comes up top. Morrow left alone for a 3. Buries it. And the big man, all 7'3" of them, not known as a three-point shooter. In fact, that's his first one of the year. He was 0 for 4 coming into this game.
But in his last 5 games, Mike, close to 80% from the free throw line, which tells me he's capable to make threes.
Right.
He can make free throws. But that was a little shocking.
The lead swells to 10 for Michigan. And then on the drive, drawing the foul is Royal. It'll be Ohio State basketball when we come back with 3:39 to play in the first half. Michigan leading Ohio State, the number 2 team in America, trying to win it on their rivals' home floor. 38-28 our score, and you are listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit ChefWilliamTurner.com. ChefWilliamTurner.com. A nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner. Not just great, extraordinary.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trunk. This is a sleepy in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium plush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us for our college basketball game of the week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on Elite Media Network stations and on iHeartRadio and TuneIn apps, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Welcome back to the Schottenstein Center here on the campus of Ohio State University. Our score, Michigan 38, Ohio State 28. Now taking a look at a very key stat in the game, Michigan's made 14 of 34 field goals. The interesting part about their 10-point lead, more than half of those field goals are from three-point land. They're currently 8 for 15. Mike and Paul, back to you.
Thank you very much, Brian. Obviously, that is concerning. It's kind of where you want Michigan to shoot it because you don't want them to just bully you down low, but you also don't want them to be hot from outside and hitting threes. That makes them nearly unbeatable, and they have been just about unbeatable. They had one loss this year, Paul. That was actually on their home floor to Wisconsin, who we just saw yesterday in an overtime thriller against Indiana here on Elite Media Network. But other than that, Michigan hasn't just been beating people. They have been pummeling them, beating them into submission. I've never seen more 30, 40-point wins, many of them in conference by the Michigan Wolverines.
They're a complete team on both ends of the floor. They're deep. They're talented. They're old. They have NBA size. It's hard to find a hole with the Wolverines. Wisconsin did. They made 15 threes.
Yep.
They also shot the ball well in that game, and they shot it well from the free throw line. I really think it's so important that you score against Michigan because, especially at home, you want to energize the crowd. You cannot do that if you don't score.
And this crowd has been kind of sitting on its hands a little bit. Shot clock down to 3. Mobley gets it deep. 3 from the left wing. Missed it. Offensive rebound. Ohio State blocked at the rim. Tilly gets it back along the left block, and he's going to dribble out. Tilly goes baseline left into the hands of Royal. Right wing, they work it around. Right corner, 3 on the way. Another miss. And a box out and rebound for Lendevor for Michigan. Quickly into front court. Racing, gliding all the way to the bucket. No. The miss by Roddy Gale Jr., the 6'5 senior out of Niagara Falls, New York.
And he was once a Buckeye.
And had 26 points last year in the NCAA tournament against Texas A&M. Buckeyes with it, down 10. Under 3 to play first half, and a whistle and a foul down low. Trying to get a post-up was Nayagovin, and Nayagovin got held and fouled.
The Buckeyes are big right now. Nayagovin and Tilly at the 4-5. They have Devin Royal at the 3. Coach Diebler decides, you know what? We need some more size. We need some more beef. We need somebody to rebound the ball. Let's see how this big lineup works.
Nayagovin with his second trip to the free throw line. He was 2 for 2 on the first one. Again, he only averages 3 points, 3 rebounds a game. He plays 11 minutes per game. He's the tallest player on the team at 7'2". So we've got 7'2" and 7'3" that have been featured for each team. He sinks the first free throw. He's now 3 for 3 from the line, and Ohio State now down by 9, 38-29 our score.
He did a really good job, Michael, just posting up Mara and that's where the foul occurred. Ohio State doesn't have a post-up team, but if this guy can put himself into the post, he can draw some fouls.
Just a sophomore. Nayagovin takes a deep breath. 4 dribbles. Slings it. And cannot get the bounce. He left it short. So 38-29, Michigan up by 9 with the basketball going to our left as Kaysen brings it into front court. They just whip one pass after another, finding daylight right side on the drive, but blocked out of bounds. It will be Michigan basketball. Roddy Gale Jr. took it to the rim but couldn't finish.
Michigan is very good on the baseline out of bounds. They have 1 alignment, 2 alignments, with multiple options. They love to score on the baseline out of bounds.
And now we have a timeout. So each team left with 4 timeouts with 2:28 to go. We will keep it here. 38-28, Michigan in the lead. Wolverines led by Mara. Andy Mara, the former Bruin of UCLA, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. I mean, with all the other guys that can light it up, when you get that kind of production from Ade Mara, you're living right.
Michigan has so many weapons that different guys can be the main guy that night. And he's noted for his shot blocking and finishing inside. He's an elite post passer. We've seen that in the first half.
Let me ask you, and he's from Spain. We talked about, we got a Croatian that's played. We've got 2 players from Germany on the Ohio State squad. You've been following recruiting on a national basis for ESPN for several years. I can't remember the last time I did a big-time college basketball game where we didn't have a foreign player, not just on the roster, but guys that are playing minutes. Do you see that trend continuing?
Absolutely, because the NIL situation is so good for players. You see guys that are in the G League or have been drafted trying to come back into college basketball. Now the international kids would stay over in Europe and take the money from the pro club teams.
Right.
But now the money here is that much greater.
Sure.
With an opportunity for more, not just revenue share, but actual true NIL money.
I kind of like it, actually. I think that the foreign influence adds a little element to the game. I'll tell you one thing, most of them really, in terms of basketball IQ, they play the game at a very high level.
Our game is as talented as it's ever been.
Sure.
The freshmen, especially this year's class, the international players, older guys staying in the game longer.
Yeah.
We just have to figure out a way how to handle the NIL and portal in terms of rules.
A lot of poaching going on. Ohio State breaks the full court pressure, sets it up in the half court, trailing at 38-29. Mobley circling up top on the Buckeyes logo, goes right of the lane. Pump fake, up and under move by Tilly, can't get it to drop, and the rebound is torn away by Morez Johnson, who took a swing and a shot by an Ohio State Buckeye unintentionally, but still a foul, and that'll be 5 team fouls, so no free throws. Michigan will inbound it with 2:01 to go in the first half.
Morez Johnson Jr., 6'9", 250 pounds. He is the definition of a junkyard dog. When I saw him on the AAU circuit, he was just crushing people.
Former Illinois standout. He could be another guy who could flirt with the first round. There's a lot of future pros in this game. Michigan probing the left side, throwing up the shot wildly off the glass, the miss. Nice box out, but out of bounds to Michigan. The shot was missed by Gale, but the Wolverines, as they often do, kept it alive on the offensive glass and will buy themselves another possession. Wolverines inbounded, baseline left. Circling up top, driving is Kaysen. Kaysen keeps the dribble alive, now goes straight away. Johnson on a deep 3, rattles out of there, and the rebound corralled by the Buckeyes, and here comes Ohio State. Numbers if they want it. Right corner, 3 ball on the way from Bynum, left it short, and skying for the rebound, and it will be out of bounds on Michigan. Cheddar had it, tried to throw it off an Ohio State player before the ball went out of bounds, could not do it. It'll be Ohio State basketball.
Really important, Mike, for the Buckeyes to manage this last minute 21. At Ann Arbor, they were down only 33-30.
Right.
And right now, you're looking at 9 points. it's important to stay inside that 2-possession game.
Yeah, Ohio State has had no rhythm whatsoever offensively. Just trying to stay within single digits at least. Looking for the contact and not getting the whistle was Thornton, who ran into a Michigan brick wall. Wolverines, they love to push the pace quickly into front court. Cheddar, open shooter, right wing three, on the way, got it! Perfect execution, leading to the triple by L.J. Kaysen, who shoots 34% from downtown. Largest lead for Michigan, 41-29. We're under a minute to go, first half. Stand-up dribble on the Buckeye logo between the rings by Mobley. Now it comes left wing. Thornton, three! And a bullseye for Bruce Thornton. Over 1,900 career points. And he makes it 41-32. A timeout on the floor with 41.9 seconds to go. Ohio State calls the timeout. That'll leave the Buckeyes with 3. How do you like the strategy there?
I like it a lot. You set your defense. You let your team know what you think Michigan may run right here based on personnel and what they do at the end of the half. If you're Michigan, do you go for a quick 2-for-1?
And we always talk about that, but it hardly ever happens in the college game, right? NBA teams do it all the time, but you don't see the 2-for-1 as much in the college game. Maybe we will here.
It's tough with 41 seconds to go with a 30-second shot clock, but I'd like to see more teams do it in the college game.
Brian, what do you have?
Bruce Thornton just hit his first three. He's 1 of 3 on the afternoon. In his last 5 games, he's 5 for 19, good for 26%. But on the season, he's shooting at a 38% clip. And Paul, as anybody knows, you're a shooter, you got to get hot. He definitely hasn't been the last couple games.
And they need him to be hot today. Bruce Thornton, who's really been the heartbeat of this team now for quite some time. He's at a Fairburn, Georgia, Milton High School. Just a tremendous young man, great leader, and a prolific scorer. Over 1,900 career points as Michigan walks it up the floor.
And Diebler took Thornton out of the game with the 2 fouls.
Michigan bleeding clock here up top. Kaysen wings it right wing. Johnson cut off at the baseline. Goes to Cheddar right wing. I beg your pardon. Yes, Cheddar. Cheddar leaves it off Johnson. Johnson steps back, 3 from the right corner. Missed it. Offensive rebound and stick back into the and 1. That is Morez Johnson, who actually had the rebound of the miss by Lendeboard. And a chance for 3 the hard way for Michigan, up by 11. And a chance for a 12-point lead with 16.5 seconds to go.
So Michigan is shooting 50% from 3 in this game. They're 9 of 18, which is not their style of basketball.
And what does it say about Michigan? You know, Lendeboard
he's quiet.
He's barely done anything. It's 5 points, 3 rebounds, and yet Michigan is still up by 11.
He lets the game come to him, Mike, and he understands where he's needed and when he's needed in a game.
Johnson, couple dribbles, the crouch, the sling, and the swish. A 3-point play to make it Michigan 44, Buckeyes 32. 16.5 seconds to go. Ohio State can play for the final shot. It comes in, and a reach-in foul on Michigan. That's going to send Ohio State to the free throw line. Kaysen went for the steal on the pass, but really an unnecessary foul gives Ohio State a bit of a break.
Yeah, it's one thing to pick up in the backcourt. It's another thing when you are committing fouls 70, 80 feet from your basket.
Right. And it gives Ohio State a chance to get a little bit of a positive vibe before going to intermission here.
They can make these 2. Chapman can make these 2 and not allow Michigan to score. You go down 10 at home, you're in striking distance.
And Chapman gets a very friendly bounce on the first. Chapman out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Missed all last year with ACL surgery. Played 17 games as a true freshman the year before. And he's been on a hot streak the last 3 games, averaging over 10 points a game. This would make it a 10-point game. Swish, 44-34 Michigan with 15.5 seconds to go in the half. And it'll be a timeout called by Dusty May. So each team will be left with 3 timeouts for the second half. Now, we talked about Dusty May. Here's a guy that never played college basketball. He was the video guy and student manager for Bobby Knight in Indiana. And then from there, just kind of worked his way from one rung of the ladder to the next. Longtime assistant under head coach Mike White, both at Louisiana Tech and with the Florida Gators, part of that Elite 8 team in 2017. And once he got FAU to a Final Four from the mean streets of Boca Raton, Florida, there were a lot of teams out there that wanted to hire Dusty May. Michigan was the one that got him. What a perfect fit so far, Paul.
He's been outstanding at Michigan, and he's taken a lot from all his stops. You mentioned Mike White as a student manager at Indiana with the great Bob Knight. He's learned a lot of basketball, and he relates very well to his players.
Michigan in the front court with 7 seconds remaining. Kaysen puts it on the deck, takes it hard, right side, rejected, a double stuff by Ohio State, and that is how the half will come to a close. Kaysen saw an opening momentarily, but give Ohio State credit, including Amari Bynum, the 6'8" jumping jack with that swat, and that is how the half comes to a close. So a little bit of positive energy for Ohio State going into the locker room. Michigan dominates the first half overall, but only leads by 10. 44-34 is our halftime score here from Columbus on Super Bowl Sunday afternoon. Stay tuned for the Elite Media Network halftime show with Brian Dancel. He'll go over scores from around the country and first half stats. It's NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
Welcome to the Elite Media Network halftime show. From Schottenstein Center in Columbus, Ohio, here's Brian Dancel.
Welcome back into the Schottenstein Center on the banks of the Olentangy River in Columbus, Ohio, the state capital. I am your halftime host, Brian Dancel. Our score from the Schottenstein Center: Michigan 44, Ohio State 34. A number of games, let's say 11 of them, happening here on Super Sunday. Take you through a couple of the scores. Also at the half, number 13 Texas Tech leads West Virginia by 12, 39-27. Texas Tech 6-3 now in the Big 12 Conference. Definitely needs this game. Morgantown, not exactly the easiest of places to play in the Big 12, but Texas Tech needs to get one over to keep pace with everybody else in the Big 12. In the American, Tulsa down by 3 to South Florida. 4 minutes left in this one. Tulsa down 66-63. In the Big 10 with 3.5 left in the second half, USC leads Penn State by 1, 67-66. UNC Greensboro leads Furman at the half, 39-32. The best damn band in the land, Ohio State, doing their Script Ohio on the floor here at the Schottenstein Center. Of course, Super Bowl going on later today, 6:30 Eastern, on some of these same stations, as well as NBC and Peacock. When we come back, that is your look around the country. We'll run down the first half stats. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trunk. This is a sleepy-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leading flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
Welcome to the Hat Rack Synergy System. With over 30 years of experience, Dr. Hat Rack has treated over 1,200 professional athletes in his career, including Ray Lewis, Brian Dawkins, Chris Jones, and Terrell Owens. Hat Rack Synergy Systems is a groundbreaking proprietary technique that has elevated Hat Rack's career to an unparalleled level.
After I get work done by Dr. Hat Rack, I feel like I'm back on top of my game. It's almost like I'm so much more in tune with my body to feel like I can go out there and run faster, jump higher, and perform at a better rate.
Hat Rack Synergy Systems is more than a technique or therapy. It's actually a complete system. That's why we work with athletes. They know that we know what we're talking about, and they trust us to get their body into shape and to move through that process.
Prepare for a paradigm shift that will revolutionize everything you thought you knew and discover body mechanics in a whole new way. Experience the Hat Rack Synergy System today.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us for our college basketball game of the week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on Elite Media Network stations and on iHeartRadio and TuneIn apps, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Welcome back inside the Schottenstein Center. Our score at the half, number 2 in the country, Michigan 44, Ohio State 34. While we have a chance, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
So be sure to get loud when Michigan's in the line during the second half, because when they miss, you score. Also Also, be on the lookout after every Buckeye three-pointer because the Ohio State...
Welcome back into the Schottenstein Center. I am your Elite Media Network halftime host, Brian Dancel. Let's take a look at a couple of the first half superlatives and how we got here. Again, Michigan leading Ohio State by 10, 44-34. Michigan shooting the ball fairly well, 16 of 42 from the field for 38%. That is a little less than their season average at the half. Ohio State 12 of 30 from the field for 40% shooting. Here's where the big difference is in the three-point land. Michigan is shooting 50% at 9 of 18 from beyond the three-point stripe. Ohio State, on the other hand, 5 of 14 for 36%. And essentially, again, that's where your difference is in this game. One thing that we definitely pointed out earlier, the rebounding situation has not been favoring Ohio State at all. 25 rebounds for Michigan as a team, 19 for Ohio State. 12 of those 25 rebounds on the offensive end. And that is not really helping Ohio State obviously get into rhythm, as Ohio State only has the 6 offensive rebounds. Basically, the length of Michigan is giving Ohio State fits. Again, these two teams met 16 days ago and are very familiar with each other. Definitely something to watch here in the second half. In that first game between the two, Ohio State did get off to a 6-point lead in the second half before Dusty May called a timeout, went full court pressure on Ohio State, which then led to an 11-0 run for Michigan to start the second half. And essentially, you don't want to see that kind of a trend if you're a Buckeye fan happen here in the second half, because at this point, down 10, you cannot extend this lead any further. One point that I did bring up earlier with Mike and Paul is Bruce Thornton, obviously 4th in scoring in the Big Ten, averaging 19.2 points per game. In his last 5 games, he's only averaging 15.4. You heard me make the point when he made his first 3-point basket. He was 1 for 3 on the day. In his last 5 games, he's 5 of 19 from beyond three-point land for 26%, when he's 38% during the regular season. So something to take a look forward to here in the second half. See if Bruce Thornton can get back to his scoring ways and kind of neutralize the length of Michigan's team. Up next, we go back to the Schottenstein Center with Mike Morgan and Paul Biancardi. The second half of Michigan and Ohio State is about to get underway. This is NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
time to start the second half between the Michigan Wolverines and the Ohio State Buckeyes. From Schottenstein Center in Columbus, Ohio, here's Mike Morgan and Paul Biancardi.
Happy Super Bowl Sunday, everybody. Rather than watching 8 hours of relentless overkill pregame coverage, welcome to some college basketball in your diet to help you remain entertained for the next, hour or so here, and then who knows where else you might venture before the big kickoff tonight between the Seahawks and the Patriots. I know you got, Paul. You're a Boston guy. You're going to England all the way, right?
2017 Pats.
Oh,
take the points and take the under and go to sleep.
There we go. If you win, you can thank Paul Biancardi. If you lose, we'll give you his personal cell number and email address at the end of the show. 44-34. Michigan leading Ohio State. That is Paul Biancardi. I am Mike Morgan. You just heard from Brian Dancel during the half, and you'll hear again from him in the second half. Michigan, we talked about at the top, as good, as talented as any team in America. They're number 2 in the country. They're 21-1 coming into this game. They lead by 10. Obvious question for a former coach, Paul. What does Ohio State need to do to get back in this game?
Well, first of all, Mike, I think Ohio State's in a pretty good position based on the fact that Michigan is 9 for 18 from 3. Michigan's only 7 of 24 from 2. Ohio State continue to look for the three-point shot. I said it at the beginning. Create and make the three-point shot. Continue to get back on defense. Fast break points have not been a problem. They only gave up 2 fast break points to Michigan. The problem is the paint. How can you keep paint points away, and how can you keep Michigan off the glass? I don't think I have the answer. I don't know if anyone in the country has the answer. So what you have to do is have the great equalizer. Make some more threes, maybe tighten up that defense and just sag man-to-man. And you know what? If Michigan's going to beat us on the three-point shot, then so be it.
I was going to say, nobody has figured out that answer to the question you posed yet. They are so imposing, physical, long, big. Ohio State's going to have to shoot better.
Because when you sit there in a locker room and you're going against Michigan, you're saying we got to give up something. And
yep.
I think it's the three-point shot, even though they're hot from 3 in this game.
Tilly passed up a paint touch, goes back out to Bynum. Bynum is actually going to start here in the second half, trying to provide some energy for Ohio State. He played well in the first half with 5 points. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Ohio State basketball with 8 on the shot clock. They're now going right to left. Again, Ohio State, the Buckeyes in red, a.k.a. Scarlet and gray. Michigan in the maize and blue, and a review, I believe, coming up here. Yeah, nobody's calling timeout with 19:38 on the clock, but they're going to the scorer's table, which is the opposite end of us. We are on the side of the radio crews, the TV crew, which is Spiro Dides and the great Bill Rafferty and Bruce Pearl. You've known Bill Rafferty forever. Well, we've got this timeout on the floor. Let's step aside as well. We're coming up from Columbus. It's Michigan leading Ohio State 44-34. And you're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new league locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, Native, and French cuisine. make your mouth water. Visit ChefWilliamTurner.com. ChefWilliamTurner.com. A nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner. Not just great, extraordinary.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us for our college basketball game of the week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on Elite Media Network stations and on iHeartRadio and TuneIn apps, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Nothing really has changed. It's Michigan basketball. The Wolverines will inbound it in the backcourt near side. Up 44-34. Mike Morgan, ball Biancardi here on Super Bowl Sunday. And here at the Shop in Columbus, Ohio, these two teams meeting for the 194th time. They've split the last 26 meetings. They met on January the 23rd. Michigan won that one 74-62. At the Chrysler Center. Wolverines have it going to our right. Stopping at the right elbow as Lendeborg has actually been quiet in this game. They go to the 7'3" Mara. Mara banging inside. Stops at the free throw line. Finds the cutter and dropping the hammer is Lendeborg. What a play. Big to big for a two-hand slam.
He made a beautiful 45-degree angle cut and flushed it home.
Ohio State trying to get over the stunner that was that last play, and Thornton will draw a foul.
Foul on Michigan, number 43, yes.
Buckeyes start the second half just like in the first half. They tried to double Mara. He's an elite passer, plus at 7 feet tall, he can see over any defender, any double.
Buckeyes inbound it. Sideline left. Thornton, rise and fire. 14-footer. Rattles out of there. Gets his own offensive rebound. Goes to Mobley. And now free throw line extended to Bynum. Back up top. Mobley stops at the free throw line. Nothing there. Kick out left wing Tilly. Passed up a three. Spins his way out of the lane. Blocked by Mara. That was the 7-footer being blocked by the 7'3" Mara, who races down the floor on a rim run, but can't reel it in. It'll be Ohio State basketball.
Like he's 7'3", long, athletic, skilled, big. Almost 3 blocks a game. Beautiful touch. Made his first 3 of the season in the first half.
Yeah.
He's really coming into his own under Dusty May.
Putting together some tape here today. 10 points, 5 rebounds, couple blocks for Mara. Ohio State still down 12, 46-34, opening stanza of the second half, and that's going to be an illegal screen. That's an easy call. Tilly just laid out the defender. I believe it was Burnett. That'll be Michigan basketball.
Don't forget, we have a lot of NBA scouts in the building. A lot of people credentialed for this game.
Don't you know the players know that too, right? They might be coming to see somebody else like a Lendeborg, like a Morez Johnson, and all of a sudden they fall in love with a guy like Mara. Wolverines up 12 with the basketball. Mara gets it right of the lane. Backing his way in. Mara turns, fires, right-handed hook shot is good. His terrific afternoon continues. Give him a dozen. 48-34, Michigan on top. Back and forth we go. Going to our left is Ohio State. Thornton puts it on the deck, top of the circle, goes right wing, slicing and dicing his way into the lane, and drawing the foul is number 21 in red, and that is Devin Royal. He's had a quiet day at the office, just 2 points on 1 of 4 shooting.
Michigan's defense is really suffocating right now in the half court. So if you can't get the 3-point shot off, create driving lines, get to the free throw line, extend this game as long as possible. You don't want to be in a track meet with Michigan. You get to the line, you make your points, set your defense. Another way to try to chisel back into this lead.
The free throw will chisel away 1 point to make it 48-35. Devin Royal is a 6'6" junior. He's out of Pickerington, Ohio. Okay, pal, you lived here for 7-8 years. Where the heck is Pickerington?
It's south of here, about 20 miles.
There you go. I knew you would know the answer. Otherwise, I wouldn't have put you on the spot.
Now, he had recruiting going on from a lot of Big Ten schools. And the Buckeyes work real hard to get his commitment, a really good undersized power forward or a big small forward.
He averages 14 points, 5.5 rebounds, and cashes in a pair at the free throw line. 48-36, Michigan in the lead. Just over 2 minutes into the action here in the second half. Wolverines with the basketball, front court to our right. Mara gets it, draws a double. Skip pass, it works it up top. Driving and dropping a alley-oop pass. Beautiful feed that time by Cadeau into the hands of Mara, who slams it. I thought he was going up for a little teardrop. Instead, he throws an alley-oop.
Buckeyes doubled Lendenborg and Mara. Couldn't get anything accomplished.
Now you're in a danger zone if you're Ohio State, as the lead has expanded to 14 for Michigan. Again, Ohio State right now, Joe Lenardi has the last team in the field. That'll help. A three-point shot rattled home by Bruce Thornton.
And when you make threes at home, Mike, the crowd gets excited. They get into it, and it energizes your defense just a little bit more.
You said they needed at least 10. That's a half a dozen threes. Michigan trying to respond 3 of their own. Can't do it, but that's going to be a push foul. Going for the rebound, I believe it's Mobley. Bynum, I beg your pardon. I thought you had 2. Oh, I mean, sometimes you're just so desperate against a much bigger team, you wind up pushing instead of boxing out. You were doing that to me at the buffet line earlier. I was quite frankly, a little embarrassed.
I was trying to cut you out. I was trying to get inside position.
You got it. Probably best. The beef jerky did not look fresh here today at the shot. Mara, right block, turnaround hook shot, missed it. Top floor for the rebound is Thornton, and he will lead the Buckeyes in the front court. Thornton around the screen, goes right side, in the trees, stops, kick out past corner, back up top Tilly, swings it left side, driving along the baseline Bynum, underneath the basket. Bynum is bottled up and offensive. Bynum killed the dribble in the worst possible spot, underneath the hoop, in the trees, had nowhere to go.
He's double teamed, picked up his dribble, and they said he just swung an elbow.
And they're going to make sure that doesn't rise to the level of a flagrant 1, so we'll have a second review upcoming here with 16:23 to go. And Michigan leading at 50-39. And I don't know if they're going to use the media timeout here or not. So we will keep it here for now before we get an official verdict. We love the referees. Sometimes they're not great about telling national radio exactly what's going on, but yes, we are going to use this as the under-16 timeout. 50-39, Michigan leading Ohio State. It's NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
sport.
Campus of Ohio State University, not far from the Horseshoe, which I know you've been to as well as a former assistant coach here, Paul. I have yet to go. I might see if I can break in there. Can you pick the lock? How does that work?
If you know people.
If you know people. You know people. Can I just drop your name?
Yes, I'm still connected here. My first game at the Horseshoe, I walk in 8 o'clock at night, UCLA. John Cooper's the head football coach. I just came from Boston College. We had 55, 60,000. There was 100,000 scarlet and gray shirts. 8 o'clock at night.
Incredible.
May I further that, being the UCLA grad that I am, a game that UCLA won here at the show.
You're not slipping by, Brian.
I didn't mention who won or lost. I was just overwhelmed with the
Brian
scarlet
has to live in the glory of things that happened a while ago at UCLA. Tough times over there. But both the gentlemen sitting to my right have spent time living in Columbus. Meanwhile, Michigan with the ball in front court. Jump hook shot. That was all about territory. Morez Johnson got it 3 feet from the bucket. Not going to stop them there. Wolverines lead at 52-39, 15:50 to go.
The more I watch Michigan play, the more I say to myself, you're not giving them three-point shots, but you have to pack in your defense, or they'll just destroy you in the paint.
Just an embarrassment of riches with talented big men. Now an offensive foul down low, trying to carve out space for Ohio State was Devin Royal, and I guess he just shoved Morez Johnson out of the way.
It looked like a frustration push more than anything, but he was trying to get low post position. Got a little carried away.
Michigan basketball, 52-39, Wolverines on top. Hand check foul on the drive. Cadeau just put it in high gear. He was about to have a blow-by past John Mobley. And Mobley just kind of grabbed on for dear life to avoid an easy 2 points. That is the 5th team foul already on Ohio State. We haven't even played 5 minutes in the second half. Wolverines with the basketball in front court. Drifting to the left side, and then firing the pass down low to Johnson was Cadeau. Johnson missed it from close range. One of the rim misses he'll have from there. And then Ohio State Tilly running, and it's rejected. Return to sender. Lindeborg came out of nowhere and swatted it away. Now Johnson! Two-hand slam on the other end. Michigan with one big with a block. Another big on a slam in transition. The Wolverines now lead by 15 and a timeout called by Coach Jake Diebler in Ohio State. Wow. Michigan, when they start working both ends of the floor like that, Paul, I continue to think to myself, this is the best team in college. We had Arizona earlier. I love Arizona.
Me too.
I love Florida and the SEC. I love Duke, even though they lost last night. But I'm telling you right now, I don't think there's a better team in America than this Michigan squad.
There may not be a better team, but there may be a couple of teams that could beat Michigan in one-off. And I think one of those teams is the Houston Cougars.
Yeah.
Because if you're looking for defensive physicality, low post defense, it's Kelvin Sampson and his team in the paint and on the glass.
They can make anybody uncomfortable.
And they have enough offense to score.
Yep.
But Lindeborg, we're watching him right now. The dunk, the block, the finish. He is using his athleticism just in the flow of the game.
Right. I mentioned he was a late bloomer, had to go. I mean, did you cover him at all in high school? Did you even know who he was?
Very little, if all. But guys come in as a 3-star, 4-star player. They play themselves to a 5-star player at the end. And he has done that.
He grew up in New Jersey, and again, it was a young man that needed to find commitment in his game and in his life, and boy, has he found it. What a talent he is. Ohio State, much needed time out there, down 15 now, Paul, and they've got to get something going.
They need to really work their offensive set, get a clean look, or get to the foul line. They need to score to keep pace.
Yes. And now we have a hold down low as Bynum had a mismatch against Kaysen. That'll be the third team foul on Michigan. Nobody really in foul trouble of note in this game as of yet. 54-39, Wolverines on top. Buckeyes inbounded to our left, baseline left. Waiting for somebody to get open is Thornton, and then he throws it in a collision near midcourt. That was Lendebourg and Royal, and they both hit the deck.
Well, they both went for the basketball. It was a clean play, some incidental contact. The ball goes out of bounds off of Michigan.
It will be Ohio State basketball. Mobley the inbounder. 54-39, Wolverines on top. Mobley gets it on the return. Dribbles out toward the Buckeyes logo at midcourt. Crossover dribble, takes it in the lane. Double pump shot, no good. Offensive rebound and draws the foul. Bruce Thornton will go to the line. You just see when the guards go in the lane against this Michigan front court, they get swallowed up.
That's what Dusty May wants. I'm going to chase you off the three-point line. I'm going to chase Mobley off the line especially. He's 0 for 2 from 3, 1 for 6 in this game. Make you try to finish against the girth, the size, and the wingspan, the massive wingspan of Michigan.
Well, Thornton will try to snap a scoring drought for the Buckeyes of 2 minutes and 37 seconds. First free throw tickles the twine. He now has a team-high 13 points for Ohio State. Nobody else has more than 8, and that was Tilley, who had most of those in the first 5 minutes. Bruce Thornton will have a chance at 2,000 career points. That is simply not done much anymore, because typically your best players don't stay long enough to even think about getting to 2,000.
They get 2,000. They just go to 4 different places.
That's right.
To get the 2,000.
And the passport gets stamped. Both free throws hit. 54-41. Michigan on top. Wolverines will let Lendebourg, who can play virtually every position, dribble it up the floor. Kaysen, lob pass down low, deflected. Ohio State read that one. Tilley deflected it. Here come the Buckeyes. Thornton gliding in the front court, left side, throws up a teardrop in the lane, and it drops. A 4-0 run by Bruce Thornton makes it 54-43. And that gets the crowd alive. A little juice in this building today. Lendebourg, rocker step, pump fake, alley-oop feed, and again it goes out of bounds, trying to hit Mara. They tried that play twice in a row, and both times it did not work.
The Buckeyes had that covered a little bit better. They're protecting the rim on that play. You're going to give up something, but if you pack it in, it's hard to get lobs against the packed-in defense.
Dusty May says, I don't like this momentum swing. I'm going to burn a timeout, so each team has 2 remaining. We'll keep it here. 13:56 to go. It's Michigan leading by 11, 54-43.
Now, if I'm Coach Diebler right now, I am designing my best three-point shot for John Mobley Jr. He's got to get a look. He's got to get the ball in his hands, Mike, in a position where he can get a clean look at the basket. I don't care if it's a triple screen, a double screen, a flare screen. Mobley needs to get a clean look. One goes in, and he has the ability to make consecutive threes in the game.
He's got one of the best shooting strokes of any player in the country. I love watching the kid play. 7 games, he's hit 5 threes or more, but today he has been a non-factor. 2 points, 1 for 6 from the field, 0 for 2 from behind the arc. You don't win this game if he doesn't get more in the scoring column.
No question about it. And it's not him. It's Michigan's defense. They have covered him like a blanket. They've rotated defenders on him. In fact, they're not even leaving him in the half-court set to help. They are that connected to John Mobley Jr.
Mobley stays in the game with his backcourt mate, Bruce Thornton, who dribbles into front court, drifting left side, puts his defender on skates, then leaves it off for Mobley, top of the key, gets it back left wing, pulls the trigger on a 3, missed it left, and Lendebourg flies in for the rebound for the Wolverines. It's a good look, not a make. Ohio State. Dump pass down low, Mara, and he just does a little pour-in flick of the wrist right off the fingertips for 2 more.
Well, Chapman at 6'4" was trying to hold ground until he came back.
Not fair. 16 points, 5 rebounds for Mara. Only averages 10.8 points a game. What a game he has had. A foul on the perimeter right in front of the Ohio State bench. That'll go against Cadet.
The Buckeyes have 2 of their best three-point shooters in right now with Mobley Jr. and Chapman. Thornton at the point. Three guys who are very capable to make shots.
Scratch that, give that last foul to Kaysen for Michigan. Each team now with 5 team fouls with 13:09 to play. Wolverines up by 13, 56-43. Thornton driving, right baseline, kicks out. 3-ball Royal wide open, can't get it. I mean, those are the looks you're asking for, Paul, but they're not making them.
They created the three, but couldn't make it.
Gliding Euro step, missing the shot that time was Gale. Ohio State trying to cash it on the other end. Ball deflected out of bounds. It will be Buckeye ball. Ohio State is now 6 for 17 from three-point range. Not awful, it's 35%, but just 37% from the field overall. That is way below their season average. That's what Ohio State does, what Michigan does to you. Number 1 in defensive efficiency. They hold opponents to 68 points per game and just 37% from the field. Mobley gives it up, right elbow. Rise and fire, mid-range jumper is off the mark for Devin Royal. He's been off.
And that's his range, though,
Yeah.
free throw line area.
Royal now 1 for 6. Ohio State can't continue to miss these open shots. Wolverines with the basketball, going to our right. Off the curls, Kaysen stops at the right elbow. Gives it off right of the lane to McKinney. Now back between the circles, now right wing to McKinney. McKinney with 6 on the shot clock. Kick out pass to Gale. Gale knifing in, rejected from behind, out of bounds, and it's going to be a shot clock violation regardless. The ball never hit the rim, so it will be Ohio State basketball.
Best defensive possession of the afternoon for the Buckeyes. They worked it down. Shot clock got to 0. Michigan had some spacing issues. They were all bunched up together. Ohio State in their stance, alert. A 3-ball here cuts it to 10.
Only 5 turnovers for the game on Michigan.
They're a low turnover team, as is the Buckeyes.
What are we looking at here? We're making sure there was no time left on the shot clock, so we're going to take a timeout. We'll take the immediate timeout at 12:01. Michigan leading Ohio State 56-43 is our score. It's NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
Explore FutureForFootball.com's new league locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Stay up to date with Elite Media Network by following us on X, the app formerly known as Twitter. In-game highlights, direct links to live games, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow at Elite Media Sport.
to go here in Columbus, Ohio. The Wolverines have dominated this game. Ohio State still has plenty of time, but they've got to start hitting shots, trailing at 56-43. He's Paul Biancardi. I'm Mike Morgan. We are at the Shot in Columbus. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, everybody, for those listening throughout several affiliates on Elite Media Network, and, of course, the channel on iHeart and TuneIn, as well as the Elite Media Network YouTube channel. Not enough bandwidth for the video today, so you can't see the impeccable hair on display by one Paul Biancardi, but nevertheless, you can hear us, the sultry tones of Paul B.
You can see the hair on Instagram. If you'd like to go there, certainly on X, at Paul Biancardi.
Yes, and he'll give you Super Bowl picks free of charge.
The lettuce is in place.
The lettuce is in place. Ohio State needs to get in place. They have been in place for some open shots, but they're not hitting nearly as many as they need to, just 36% from the field.
They can't get anything inside. Their mid-range shot is not falling in this right. The three-point shot is decent. Right now, the Buckeyes 6 for 17, right about at their average. They shoot 34+% or 35%.
Think about this. Last year, Michigan, under first-year coach Dusty May, he's got Danny Wolf. He gets Danny Wolf in the portal. Danny Wolf lights it up. Danny Wolf now lighting it up for the Brooklyn Nets as well. He's had a great rookie campaign in the NBA. So you lose him and you just go into the portal and you find all these talented bigs just waiting to wear the maize and blue. Life is good right now if you're Michigan basketball. Ohio State circling up top, pulling the trigger on a three straight away. Again, just off the mark by Mobley. A little bit of sour body language as he shrugs his shoulders, saying, it's just not my day.
That happened a lot in high school.
1 for 7 from the field. Meanwhile, Mara, plenty of positive body language for him. A turnaround jump hook shot. 18 points now for Mara.
He's been dominant in this game.
Ade Mara from Spain, one of the many international players in the sport of college basketball, as Ohio State misfires. Ball goes out of bounds. Michigan's got it, up by 15, and this is a danger zone if you're the Buckeyes.
It certainly is. And now John Mobley Jr. coming out of the game. His body language just doesn't look right.
You saw it too, right?
And I saw it in high school a lot. At times when he couldn't get his shot off or the shot wouldn't go down, there's a little bit of immaturity there. You know, these kids are still young in age.
I usually have that after a bad broadcast, Paul.
That never happens to you.
Oh, you got a great gift coming your way on your birthday. Left wing three, too strong off the right hand of Kaysen. Ohio State's got it. Under 11 minutes to go in this game, but they've got to cut into a 15-point deficit. Left baseline cut off, as it usually is against Michigan. Circling back up top, Royal into the hands of Thornton. Rocker step, pump fake, now puts it on the deck, drives in the lane, runs into another tree. Back up top for Chapman. Left corner, Thornton bounced off the rim twice, but would not drop.
It looked like a maze.
Yes.
Forest in the paint. Just NBA size everywhere. Jake Diebler talking to Mobley. I think we're going to see him come back into this game.
Shetter.
One more attempt.
Shetter in the game for Michigan. And the ball trickles in the backcourt, and that's going to be an over and back. Nope. It's tipped. So why would we blow the whistle then? It's tipped, so they say Michigan ball, but the referee blew the whistle, stopped play to say it was not a backcourt. I don't know if I've seen that. I think that might have been a premature whistle.
Absolutely.
You don't want one of those on Valentine's Day, Paul.
Not at all. There was no possession. The ball, they lost possession.
Oh, they're saying it should have been a kickball, but they never called a kickball. So the shot clock says 7. It is Michigan ball, and they'll inbound it near side. Burnett inbounds it, gets it back. Mara between the rings, shot clock down to 2, down to 1. Cheddar's going to have to launch right wing 3, air ball, and that'll be a shot clock violation. That possession after the whistle never got cranked up.
So now where do the Buckeyes look for offense? I say Chapman now is your best three-point shooter. Put him he's into the game, get a shot for him. Bruce Thornton's trying to score, he's trying to facilitate. There's not a lot of low post play with the Buckeyes. Royal has not been very hot in this game. It's going to be Thornton or Chapman.
Buckeyes have a scoring drought nearing 4.5 minutes here. Got to get something going. Bynum weaving in the lane. Kick out pass. Sets up an open three, and there it is. Chapman. Maybe he will provide the spark as he has over the last 3 games for Ohio State. 58-46 Michigan. Under 9.5 to play. Wolverines with the basketball going to our right. Every time Ohio State has thrown a punch, Michigan has had an answer with a bigger punch. Mara takes it strong left side and banks it home. What a game for Ade Mara. We might be talking about a new career high for that young man. 60-46 with 9 minutes to play.
And there's a spot for him in the NBA someday.
You'd have to think so, right?
Absolutely. He brings so much to the table.
Ohio State in front court. Ball comes left corner. Nothing there for Bynum. Bynum back out to Chapman. Chapman, 8 on the shot clock. Rejects the screen. Goes left side. Pull-up jumper. No good. Offensive rebound, Royal. Back left wing. Bynum on another 3. No good. And a good box out by McKinney, the freshman. Michigan ball up by 14. McKinney dribbling left corner. Now circling up top. Now to the left wing. Probes the baseline. Tries to dump it off from Mara. Can't do it. Ohio State jumps on it. Royal just staying on top of it. And finally they blow the whistle. And, they give him a timeout. Okay, so no jump ball.
It's good there was not a jump ball because it would have been Michigan's.
Yeah.
So that was a great call by Thornton. Used the timeout.
Yep, it'll be with 1, but yes. So 1 timeout remaining for Ohio State. 8:15 to go. Buckeyes with the ball when we come back. 60-46. Michigan on top. There's NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
Mike and Paul, back to you.
A tough year for the Nittany Lions. They were the latest victim of the Michigan Wolverines. That game was over before it started. Michigan just throttling Penn State, but Michigan has done that to a number of teams this year. Their average margin of victory is 23 points. They have been just throttling people.
But what's crazy, Mike, is the game at Penn State was a 2-point
Yeah,
game.
exactly. Yeah.
So that's the thing about conference play. It's like a street fight. It's super competitive and intense, but you don't know who's going to win.
And what's weird about this game is Ohio State played well in Ann Arbor. There's a nice mid-range jumper by Devin Royal.
They played better up north than they have this afternoon.
Much better.
As you said off air, no flow to this game. No offense for the Buckeyes. Now, Michigan has a lot to do with that, but you have to work on the offensive end extra hard to get clean looks.
A bit of a rock fight, and there with the mid-range jumper inside the circle, a nice response for the Wolverines. That is Kaysen, or I beg your pardon, McKinney.
When you play these conference games, and the Buckeyes need this desperately, right? 0-6 quad one games. Michigan trying to keep pace to be a #1 seed in the NCAA tournament. You have to make it a fight.
Yeah.
You can't just play. Competing is good, but you have to make this a little chippy. You have to do something to change the rhythm of the game.
Yeah, Michigan is
nothing dirty, just chip.
Right. Michigan's just kind of controlled it, had their way with it. At times they've made it look easy, 62-48. Again, there's still 7.5 minutes to go. By no means are we getting out the shovel for Ohio State, but they've got to play better. That's going to be a hold on Burnett, who is about to get beat on the backdoor cut from Mobley.
And Mobley back in the game.
Yeah.
The reason he had to make the back cut, Mike, is because Burnett is just all
Overplaying
over
everything.
him.
Right.
They are not allowing him to catch the ball, and when he does, they want him to catch the ball 25, 26 feet away from the basket.
Just take him off the three-point line. It sounds simple, not usually easily done, as Mobley, an 87% free throw shooter, sinks the first. But when you've got the luxury of the towers down low that Michigan has, you can overplay on the perimeter, right?
You can. So I'm going to take the Buckeyes big men, and I'm going to scream the you-know-what out of the Michigan defenders and get this kid a look. Because the Michigan defenders the bigs will not come out against the screen.
2 for 2 at the line, 62-50 now to score. Well within striking distance, over 7 minutes to go. Ohio State just needs to get a nice stretch here. That won't do it. That's a straight line drive for Chapman with absolutely no resistance.
That's the worst thing you can see as a coach, a straight line drive in the half-court set.
Hard to think what happened there. A little take on the rim on the feed from Thornton. It was Tilley going right at the rack, and he is met but fouled. A trip to the free throw line for Ohio State. Going for the block was Morez Johnson. He walled up, but he still put his arms down and made the contact. Looked like a good call.
Mike, Christian Tilley, in most cases, would have dunked that ball.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Not against
Johnson.
guys.
He's 6'9", he's 250. He's playing like a 1990s NBA power forward.
Tilley, who really got Ohio State off to a good start with 8 early points. That's his first one in a while. He's got 9 now. 9 points for Christoph Tilley, the 7-foot senior out of Berlin, Germany. Played 3 years at Santa Clara before making his way to Columbus. Takes his time and delivers on the second, and it's back to a 12-point game under 7 minutes to play. 64-52 Wolverines.
The crowd needs to help the Buckeyes a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in church.
I know.
It is Sunday.
It's so true. There's just not the thunder you would like. It's good crowd in numbers. Inside, down low. Lendeborg could not get it to drop. Ohio State, almost an unforced turnover. It is an over and back. So what happened was Chapman just slipped right at the midcourt line, but the ball was in front court. Then he tried to roll it over to a teammate. The ball touched backcourt. That's an unforced error, just a bad occurrence as the mop crew tries to take care of the condensation.
He dribbled the ball off his foot, tried to regain possession. When he tried to make the pass across to his teammate, ball went in the backcourt.
See, I was trying to protect him a little bit. You came right out and said he dribbled it off his foot.
He did.
12-point game, 6.5 to play. Wolverines get it right corner. There's McKinney, pulls the trigger, and bullseye on the triple. The former McDonald's All-American, 37% from downtown, and the lead swells to 15 for Michigan. He's a good-looking freshman, isn't he?
Powerful, skillful, in defense.
Thornton, leaner, no. Rebound, Michigan. Morez Johnson cradled the board. Michigan quickly into front court. Into the left corner, it's Burnett. Now back up top, Cadeau. Cadeau puts it on the deck. Slices, dices in the lane, then stops. Kick out past Johnson. Passed up a three. Wheels and deals near the lane. High off the glass, no good. Tilly had it. And tight-roping the baseline and keeping it in bounds. Mobley, who will dribble into front court. Mobley, crossover. Mobley in the lane. Right-handed dipsy-do. No. That was Michigan just altering the shot with all that size and all that length. Johnson all the way. I beg your pardon. That's Lendebourg, who altered the missed shot and then goes coast to coast. That's what scouts are looking for in a first-round big.
You're missing your layup, and then you're giving up a layup in transition. 4-point swing.
Largest lead for the Wolverines, 17 points, 5:10 to play, 69-52. And then a steal. Getting into the passing lane was McKinney. McKinney takes it all the way left side, draws the foul, and he'll go to the line as he was hacked by Tilly. 2 free throws upcoming here for the Wolverines.
Mike, you talked about it earlier. You look up in the stands, this place is packed with people.
Yeah.
Close to 20,000.
Some of them are about to go get some guacamole for their Super Bowl parties after that last play.
But they were here physically.
They were.
Their voice needs to be louder.
Yeah, you coached here. You know the vibe around here better than I. It's a beautiful arena. It's an ocean of scarlet and gray fannies and seats. But there has never been a sense of this place getting loud today. We were just in Bloomington yesterday, and it was raucous for the better part of 2 hours and 15 minutes on an overtime thriller heard here on Elite Media Network. This one, not quite the same drama, not quite the same juice in the building as the free throw is sunk by McKinney. He's a freshman out of Flint, Michigan.
Love this kid. Just the ability to score the ball, defend, and rebound. He is big at 6'4", and he's thick.
I brought this stat up yesterday on the broadcast, Paul. Big Ten hasn't won a title, speaking of Flint, Michigan, since 2000 Michigan State. Maybe this is the year, and maybe we're looking at the team in Michigan who now leads by 19.
I think there's 1 or 2 other teams that have a chance to get to a Final Four from the Big Ten.
I agree.
I think it's Nebraska, definitely Illinois, and don't count out Michigan State. What a win last night.
I never count out Tom Izzo.
Illinois.
Never. Yeah, and Illinois' got a great squad, too. 3-ball, corner, Burnett doesn't get the bounce. It bounced 3 times on the rim, and there to scoop up the loose ball is Lendebourg. Sets up another open 3 for Burnett, another miss for Burnett. He will not miss those 2 open looks again. Chapman boards it for Ohio State. Buckeyes going to our left. Desperation time now for Ohio State, down by 19. And a late whistle on a steal by Lendebourg, who was about to have some high-flying dramatics on the other end. Stations, let's pause 10 seconds down the line for identification. You're listening to NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
Michigan, Axel Lendebourg, shooting 1-1.
With the coach, Paul Biancardi, I am Mike Morgan here in Columbus, Ohio. The shot, and the shots have been dropping for Michigan, not so much for Ohio State, as the free throw is up and in for Lendebourg. Now a 20-point lead for Ohio State as the fans start filing out of here. 72-52 our score with 4:14 to play.
Mike, we talked about the talent of Michigan, the size, the experience. When you watch them play, you also get the sense that they don't care who gets the credit.
Yeah.
They don't care who the star is. It's about winning, because they have multiple stars, but nobody trying to be selfish.
No, that's a great point. I mean, Lendebourg could be one of those I got to get mine guys. He's not. He's just kind of plays in the flow of the offense as the foul is drawn by Devin Royal. with 4:04 to go.
Yeah, Dusty May has everyone buying in. How do you get buy-in? You have to have trust.
Yeah.
The way you get trust is you spend time with your players, build a relationship off the court, so you can coach them hard on the court.
Devin Royal, 6 points. Just 2 Buckeyes in double figures. Thornton with 16 and Tilly with 10. Free throw hits the back iron, and now some of the maize and blue that did manage to get tickets starting to have some fun. Starting to chirp a little, Paul.
We can hear the voices right now by the school up north.
Yep.
Because they get loud when they win in this building. It's like Celtics fans in New York against the Knicks.
Well, I mentioned at the top, 194th meeting, the last 26 times these two teams have met, 13 wins apiece. But it looks like Michigan, it's on its way to sweeping the season series. They now lead at 72-53, under 4 minutes to play. Wolverines, alley-oop pass, why not? Another slam, and Mara just tied his career high, 22 points. He had that against Wisconsin in a UCLA uniform. Tilly probing, pitching into the right corner to Royal. Royal backing into the trees, fade and fire, and gets a friendly bounce.
And that's where he is so good. The mid-range turnaround jump shot for Devin Royal, that's where he's money.
74-55, 3:22 to play here in Columbus. Wolverines looking to improve to 12-1 in the Big Ten Conference. Again, the only loss coming at home to Wisconsin. Inside, hanging, firing, and banking it home. Lendeborg now with 12 points, 11 rebounds, another double-double for the senior.
And he scores in a variety of ways. It's not just the inside game. He has a three-point shot. It's great transition. Terrific from the free throw line.
Pump fake, pull-up jumper. Missed it, did Thornton. Rebound to Lendeborg. Look at this pass. Big to big and an easy two-hand stuff for Mara, who's got a new career high with 24.
And we didn't even talk about his passing ability.
No.
And Mara just has exploded under Dusty May.
Well, that is a great outlet pass. That traveled about 60 feet in the air and hit him right on target. You're hoping that Drake May can perform that type of precision today.
No problem.
Buckeyes get a bucket and a quick timeout. Now that might be just cosmetic at this point. It's now 78-57 with 2:22 to go. Final media timeout here in Columbus. And you are listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit ChefWilliamTurner.com. ChefWilliamTurner.com. A nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner. Not just great, extraordinary.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trial. This is a sleepy in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium plush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking and sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us for our college basketball game of the week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on Elite Media Network stations and on iHeartRadio and TuneIn apps, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Columbus, Ohio. It's been all Michigan, folks. 78-57. The Michigan Wolverines trying to put the finishing touches on what would be their 22nd win of the year, and a 12-1 start to conference play. Paul Biancardi, Mike Morgan involved. Michigan just continues to impress and make statement after statement about how they look like a national championship contender.
They just about have the #1 seed, in my mind, locked up. They would have to fall off the map not to get that at this point.
Ohio State showing some full court man-to-man pressure. McKinney, Kaysen, and number 11, Ronnie Gale. So you've got 3 guards to go along with the 2 bigs to help break the pressure. And it will come in to Kaysen. Kaysen bottled up in the corner. That's a coffin corner, and he turns it over. Yeah,
I like
perfectly executed by Ohio State.
Coach Diebler's not going to stop. We're going to trap. We're going to try to force turnovers. If they beat it, Michigan, they're going to get dunks and expand the lead. If not, maybe we can cut into it and build on this for the next game. A lot of games left for Ohio State this season. Michigan has a daunting schedule coming up. They have Purdue, UCLA, and Duke.
Inside, little floater is good. Shot by Royal. Royal had a good second half overall. Buckeyes continue the full court pressure. Oh, great diagonal pass into front court. Into the hands of Gale. Crosses the timeline. And now Michigan, with the clock as their ally, will continue to bleed it under 2 minutes now. And a 19-point lead. Lendebourg holding it near the timeline. Hands it off to Kaysen. Kaysen right on along the Buckeyes logo. Now drifting to the right side. Shot clock at 2. Shot clock at 1. Pull-up jumper. 15-footer no. Rebound Lendebourg, and that's a fresh 20 seconds on the shot clock.
And he's the only starter from the game that's in right now. That's how strong Michigan's bench is.
They boo Ronnie Gale every time he touches the basketball. With his ties to Ohio State. 3 ball missed by Cheddar. Offensive rebound and stick back. Who else? Lendebourg.
And he does it in a very effortless type manner.
I don't know if he's broken a sweat today, but he's got 14 and 14.
It almost looks like a scrimmage for him out there.
Right elbow jumper off the mark for the Buckeyes and Royal, and the rebound to Michigan, and they can now start celebrating another victory against hated in-state rival Ohio State. Under a minute to go, Michigan leading it 80-59. Stand-up dribble near midcourt by Gale. The Wolverines are going to improve to 12-1 in the Big 12, 22-1 overall. The best start in Michigan basketball history. Turnaround jumper off the window is in by McKinney. Just a little extra window dressing for Michigan.
If you're Dusty May, you have an opportunity. Your bench scored a lot of points in this game. There's no weaknesses in Michigan. I believe the only way you beat them is if you do shoot and make 15 threes, or if you have the size like Arizona does, or possibly Houston, to match up with them.
What about Florida? A little X factor from the SEC?
I think Florida has the right roster.
Florida's peaking at the right time. You heard some "Let's Go Blue" chants. Much of the Ohio State faithful have filed out early. Michigan will milk the final 10 seconds in this one and win it convincingly. 82-61 will be your final score. The Wolverines leading this one from the opening tip on and really dominating throughout the game. When we come back, we will have our player of the game. You are listening to Elite Media Network, and you're home for NCAA basketball.
Welcome Welcome to the Hat Rack Synergy System. With over 30 years of experience, Dr. Hat Rack has treated over 1,200 professional athletes in his career, including Ray Lewis, Brian Dawkins, Chris Jones, and Terrell Owens. Hat Rack Synergy Systems is a groundbreaking proprietary technique that has elevated Hat Rack's career to an unparalleled level.
After I get work done by Dr. Hat Rack, I feel like I'm back on top of my game. It's almost like I'm so much more in tune with my body to feel like I can go out there and run faster, jump higher, and perform at a better rate.
Hat Rack Synergy Systems is more than a technique or therapy. It's actually a complete system. That's why we work with athletes. They know that we know what we're talking about, and they trust us to get their body into shape and to move through that process.
Prepare for a paradigm shift that will revolutionize everything you thought you knew and discover body mechanics in a whole new way. Experience the Hat Rack Synergy System today.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trial. This is a sleepy in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium plush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us for our college basketball game of the week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on Elite Media Network stations and on iHeartRadio and TuneIn apps, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
In this game, but other than that, Michigan basically coasted throughout the game. They led 44-34 at the half. Ohio State never really got much of a threat going. Michigan outscoring the Buckeyes in the second half, 38-27. They dominated the glass, plus 13. They do that against everybody. And then it's just a matter of pick your poison. Which big was going to shine the most? And in a game in which they all played well, how about a new career high for Ade Mara, the former UCLA Bruin? 24 points, 6 rebounds. Mara was 11 for 16 from the field. He kind of set the tone, Paul, and never looked back.
Well, they found him early inside. He made some elite passes in this game. You talk about the assist. He had 3 assists.
Yeah.
You double him, he finds the open man. If it's single coverage, he's going to make you pay. And then anytime there's dribble penetration, they're serving lobs up to the rim. He barely has to jump to finish the play.
Yeah, at times he looked like he was playing on a Nerf hoop, and he got the ball close and just would finger roll it in without having to really leave his feet. Just a final thought on Michigan. I know we belabored the point, but as you see them in person, it's our first time seeing Michigan in person. We obviously watched them a bunch on TV like so many have. I came away even more impressed, just in awe of their overall size and length.
Well, Elliot Cadeau said it best to me in the hotel this morning. We have to bring our winning DNA on the road with us because we understand that we're going to get everyone's best shot. We understand the relationship between Ohio State and Michigan. They brought that winning DNA today.
By the way, Cadeau only had 2 points, 6 dimes, though, no turnovers. Even when he doesn't score a lot, the kid just helps you win games. Michigan wins this game, 82-61. Your final score, again, our player of the game is Mara with the career-high 24 points. Paul Biancardi, always a pleasure. Look forward to working with you on some more games here on Elite Media Network. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, Brian Dancel will put the finishing touches on this ball game. Michigan 82-61 your final score, and you are listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trial. This is a sleepy-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
Stay up to date with Elite Media Network by following us on Instagram. In-game highlights, previews, updated news from college football, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow us at Elite Media Sports.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore futureforfootball.com's new league locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Stay up to date with Elite Media Network by following us on X, the app formerly known as Twitter. In-game highlights, direct links to live games, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow at Elite Media Sport.
Welcome back into Schottenstein Center on the banks of the Olentangy River here in the state of Ohio. You're listening to the Elite Media Network post-game show. I'm your host, Brian Dancel. Our final score once again here from the Schottenstein Center. Number 2 in the land, Michigan 82, Ohio State 61, with Michigan moving now to 12-1 in conference play and 22-1 overall. Let's take a look at a couple of scores that were happening on around the country while we were playing our game here. Currently, Wichita State leading Tulane by 6, 38-32 with 18 minutes left in the second half. In the American Conference, Memphis with a 48-28 lead over Charlotte in the second half. In the Big 12, Cincinnati with a 20-point lead over UCF here in the state of Ohio. 16 minutes remaining in that second half. At the half in the Big 10, Minnesota leads Maryland by 1, 33-32. In the first half, Iowa leads Northwestern 10-6 in Iowa City. In games that have already concluded today, number 13, Texas Tech moves to 7-3 in the Big 12 with a 70-63 win over West Virginia. USC also gets a huge win to move them to 7-6 in the Big 10. They get a 2-point win, 77-75 over Penn State. Well, you heard Mike and Paul just talk about it. The length of Michigan just could not be solved today. Believe it or not, Michigan only shot 46% from the field. That was 33 of 72. The worst part about that is that obviously Ohio State could not get anything going with Michigan's length on defense either. They shot 36%, making 20 of 55 field goals. From the three-point stripe, I thought this was kind of the underlying issue of the day for Ohio State. They go 7 of 22 for 32% from beyond the three-point arc. Michigan was only 10 of 24 for 42%. But again, that lead kept lengthening out as they couldn't get anything rolling on offense. And then three-point buckets were starting to fall for Michigan. And it just kind of kept Ohio State away and out of this game. Largest lead for Michigan today, 23 points. Obviously, this ends in a 21-point spread between the two. We want to thank you for listening. We understand that today is Super Sunday, and we want to thank you for lending your ears before you go off to do your Super Bowl watching for later today. Our final score once again from Michigan. They lead from wire to wire. Michigan wins 82-61 over their hated rivals, Ohio State. We'd like to thank our crew for today, and I would like to give a special shout out to our crew today. We did have a number of issues. For those of you who do watch us regularly on our YouTube channel, that was down today. There's a little connectivity issue going on here in the arena. There was a huge concert here, if you heard Mike Morgan talk about it earlier last night, and that kind of left everybody in a little bit of disarray here when it came to technology this afternoon. So I'd like to thank our engineers. They did one hell of a job today. Our engineers, once again, John Trauma and Jeremiah Bruckhart. The executive producer and host of Elite Media Network is Brian Dancel, and the CEO of Elite Media Network is Dean Douglas. Join us on most of these very same stations on Monday, February 16th for ACC Hoops when Syracuse takes on number 4 Duke at Cameron Indoor Stadium in Durham. For the rest of our college basketball schedule, visit EliteMediaNetwork.com. Once again, final score here. Michigan 82, Ohio State 61. For Mike Morgan and Paul Biancardi, I'm Brian Dancel. You've been listening to NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.